It's hard to imagine that Congress could become any more of a joke than it already was. But then these women, like Crockett and this lady, they come along and they somehow turn it into a bigger farce. Here's Congresswoman Brittany Pettersen, and she's the one who's been showing up in Congress carrying her baby, turning her child into a prop, and she's been doing this for months. And it started as a protest, ostensibly demanding that members of Congress be allowed to work from home. But she just continues doing it. So now here she is at a congressional hearing, a hearing on monetary policy, with her child on her lap as a prop, as always. It's a ludicrous sight. Here it is. Watch.
Thank you for your long service to our country. I know that you've served under many Democrats, Republicans. You've always been nonpartisan and done your job to put our country first, and we appreciate your steadfast leadership. And if you are not reappointed, it will be very missed here.
It's hard to imagine that Congress could become any more of a joke than it already was. But then these women, like Crockett and this lady, they come along and they somehow turn it into a bigger farce. And keep in mind, Congress has a daycare center that's open like 18 hours a day. They have high quality, taxpayer subsidized daycare on the premises. And yet this woman carries her baby around with her. Not out of necessity, but because it's part of this dumb performance. And I'll be the first to say that we need, that society should be more welcoming to young families. I talk about that all the time. Children should be included more often in more ways, in more contexts. But like, you shouldn't feel guilty bringing your kid into a grocery store or a restaurant, right? We've talked about that before, but not at a congressional hearing. I mean, there are places in society where it's not appropriate to bring a child, obviously, and this is one of them. Now, the response that I'll hear is that Brittany doesn't want to leave her child in daycare. She doesn't want to leave her child at home while she travels to D.C. for work. And I get that. I agree, actually. So go home, Brittany. Go home and be a mother to your child. Go be a mother. Let someone else handle the congressional work. Okay? Like, we don't need you for that. You're not even good at that anyway. So anyone else could handle it. And it'll be fine. Here's a fun fact that that'll ruin your next grocery run. Unfortunately, over 85% of the grass-fed beef that you're paying premium prices for, well, it's imported. Congratulations, you've been funding foreign cattle operations while thinking you're supporting American farmers. Just great. But here's the thing, GoodRanchers.com actually gives you what you think you're already buying. Shocking concept, right? 100% American source meat, born here, raised here, harvested here, not shipped from who knows where with mystery ingredients and questionable safety standards. No antibiotics ever, no added hormones, no seed oils, just meat. Revolutionary concept, I know. And they deliver it straight to your door for added convenience as well. I enjoy ordering steaks for the family, getting to grill them up on busy weekends. It saves me time. Kids love them. It's delicious stuff. It's a win-win all around. Look, July 4th is coming up. Nothing says celebrating America quite like actually buying American meat for once. Subscribe to any Good Ranchers box today and you'll get free meat for life. That's free Wagyu burgers, hot dogs, bacon, chicken wings in every single box. Plus, use my code Walsh and knock an extra $40 off your order. Visit GoodRanchers.com. Use my code Walsh for your free meat for life and that extra $40 off. Good Ranchers, American meat delivered. And just to show you how dumb our political discourse is, as though you needed more evidence, I want to read some comments to you because I posted about this on X, that she should go home and be a mother to her child. And I want to read some of the top responses to that, which I think it's very, very simple. Like you're carrying your kid around. You're at a congressional hearing with a baby. Okay. No one has ever done that. We don't do that. And I mean, it's like if the president of the God forbid, Brittany Pettersen somehow becomes elected president, which will never happen, given the State of the Union, just like holding a baby the whole time. So clearly it's ridiculous, but should be an obvious point. But I just want to read some of these. So here's a response from an account called Joyful Laughs. Says, The right told her to have that baby. She did, and now she needs to bring him to work. I don't know what the problem is. Wait, what is that? The right told her to have a baby? Who on the right said that? Was there some kind of campaign, like among conservatives, to force Brittany Pettersen to have a baby? I must have missed that. I missed the rally in the nation's capital calling upon Brittany Pettersen to have a baby. Not saying it didn't happen. Granted, I don't always see the emails. The right-wing conspiracy, we're all in an email chain. We send emails around. I don't check. I'm notoriously bad at checking emails. And so I miss a lot of them. And so there are a lot of updates to the right-wing conspiracy that I don't see. And maybe this isn't it. Maybe it was like, hey guys, the next item on the agenda, there's this woman named Brittany Pettersen. We're going to force her to have a baby. I'll go back and check, but I don't think that was there. Another comment says, wow, did you say that to Elon when he had his kid with him at the White House? Well, Elon wasn't paid by the taxpayers. He wasn't a member of Congress. He wasn't bringing his kid to congressional hearings or to testify on the floor of the House. So no, I didn't say that to him because it's not the same thing. Again, not everything is the same as everything else. There are things that are different, and this is different. OMG, heaven forbid she keeps her baby with her instead of dumping them off at daycare. Maybe if it was normalized, you wouldn't feel so triggered that she used her baby as a prop. Retards. No, I'd be a lot more triggered if this was normalized. No, like normalized? So we'll just have kids running all over the Capitol? What do you mean normalized? You want it to be a normal thing? At congressional hearings, just having kids running every congressional hearing is now like Chuck E. Cheese? We're gonna build a jungle gym in the middle of the room, have a swing set. I mean, given the average IQ of members of Congress, it sort of is already like that. So maybe you have a point. I don't know. If you'd like to see what else I have to say, you can access my full show by going to dailywire.com or by going to the Matt Walsh Show Twitter page. Hope to see you there. Godspeed.